Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Hi. Welcome. Hello, sir. Kind, well-dressed man. Hi. How you doing today?
Hello there. So you're the person who's looking to make a deal? Is that my understanding?
So I don't make the deals. That's my my other VTuber. He's the deal maker. I'm the one that fell for one of his deals. So now I interview VTubers. Kind of what I do now.
Oh, no. He told me that there was a prime soul ray for plucking. That's why I came over here.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but unfortunately, my soul has unfortunately been taken. Yeah.
Sorry about that. My hellhound's a little riled up.
Oh, you know what? That happens. Again, prime soul for the taking. Apparently, that's why he took mine already.
They're sniffing around and they see a prime soul, so...
they see the prime soul for it. But hey, you know what? I know that you came a long way from hell just to come see me. And I am sorry that my VTuber himself is probably out, sleeping. He be lazy sometimes. Don't worry about him. He's weird. But I don't want you to waste your time. So how about this?
All right.
How about I interview you on my show, and whatever kind of deal you want to make, I can relay it back to the other guy, and maybe you guys can meet up on different terms.
All right. Well, despite being tricked by a trickster demon, should have seen that coming. I do like talking about myself, so yeah, sure, you caught my interest.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, he does trick people sometimes. I always get VTubers come on my show to expect to see him, and then all of a sudden they see me, and I'm just like, I'm just some weeb on the internet. I don't have any. I don't. Go. I can't say what it is. Not here anyway. What do you mean not here? This is the best place. Yeah, I know everyone wants to see the VTuber, but you know what? I'm here. I've been here first. That's what I do.
Yeah, we always appreciate the flesh puppets.
Exactly. We always appreciate this. But for those who have not come to my show, hello everyone. This is a fun little VTuber talk show we like to host each and every week where we get to know a brand new VTuber. Today we have a very dashing, very Chad-like demon who might need to go out to the sun a little bit more. You have a very clear, pale skin. Either that or you need to drink some more water. Here's some water.
Water, there's not much. There's a lot of fire in hell, but not much sunlight.
You know what? Very, very true, very true. How about you introduce yourself to the very few people who might not know who you are?
Sure thing. So, hello there, you lovely sinners. My name's Dandy Demon, Gatekeeper of Hell, and the lovely face you see when you game over.
You're the Game Over Demon? I love that. It's the lovely face you see when you game over. You know what? That actually makes sense. Because I've been getting a lot of game over. I've been playing Hades lately. And yeah, let's say I've been seeing your face a lot more often than I thought I was. Yeah. But no, it's still great. I still love it. But it's so interesting to see a dapper young man like you. Actually, I don't know how young you are. You look pretty Chad-like. How old are you?
Let's see. I mean, I guess in demon years, let's see, it died in 1929, so that makes me what, 94?
94. Wow, you look amazing for your age. I need to get that.
Thank you very much.
I need to get your skincare routine. Jeez, this is great.
Yeah, definitely moisturize. You gotta do that. It's very important.
Very important, guys. Hear that, guys? Listen to the demon. Listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. Look at his skin. Flawless. Well, for those who never come to my shows before, this is a fun little show that we'll be doing where we ask 10 questions to a lovely guest here. We'll be asking questions like how they first got started, some fun facts about them, the project they have in the making, and then of course we're going to go into the design of their model. As you guys can see, I'm a huge has-been hotel hell of a boss kind of fan, so to have a person who's like-minded seems like it'd be a really cool person to talk to. So I'm really looking forward to this. So sit back, relax, make sure you have your hottest cocoa, because that's totally what people drink in hell, right? You guys just drink hot cocoa, right? That's how that works.
Hot cocoa, normally, I mean, with a little bit of cinnamon whiskey, that might let a little spice things up.
You know what? That's the way to do it. I love it. Well, let's get started with the first question of the night. So for the first question, what better way to start off an interview than how you got first started in content creation in the very first place? What made you want to get in content creation?
So, funny thing, it was about the around time of the whole pandemic. I think it was 2021. Had nothing to do, stuck at home all the time, and a couple of buddies had their own Twitch channel. They did a podcast. And they're like, "Oh, you should give this a try, give the whole Twitch thing a try." But
Yeah.
I did not feel like putting my face in front of a camera. How can you make yourself look good all the time? So I was like, "Oh, let me go." I had just recently learned about VTubing. Let's go with that route.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Okay, cool. Well, I
And
always.
the nice thing of
Sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. Keep going.
yeah. No, and the nice thing about being a VTuber, especially like being a dapper suited person as myself, I don't have to go like, oh, I'm gonna start streaming. I have to go upstairs, find my best suit, make sure it fits, all lined out. Don't have to do that.
Because that'd be cool to do, just to get like a suit each and every single day. But as someone who also wears a suit for work, yeah, you know, it does get a little stressful at the time. You have to like put up stuff that, and you be sitting on a gamer chair for like hours on end. That's not something you want to have a suit on. It gets all nasty.
Oh, no. Something's gonna rip.
Yeah, something's gonna rip, exactly. Especially if you're like this broad, big dude, muscles. Like the suits are made to fit you tightly, so you can't have it too big.
Yes. And of course, being Italian, as myself, I move around a lot, especially with the hands. And I'm doing the hands right now, but obviously my model's not rigged for that.
You need to have something. You need to have like a hand thing. You need to have like
I need it.
You need a hand thing. Come on. It's like, hey, yo, what you talking about? You know.
Yeah. You know, I gotta look into the budget. Maybe I'll have to talk to my model artist. Eventually, that'll be a thing.
You should. You also should have some fun stuff, like you know, like a mustache that you can curl up. You need a mustache.
Yeah.
You need a mustache. You need to have like a not a French, but like an Italian outfit on, and you talk about pasta and all that kind of stuff.
That's true. That or a nice little myself on a nice glass of wine. That's usually my go-to when I'm streaming. Sometimes just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You should have something that you can like hold out and like talk, like move around. But that and also whiskey. You should do like a whiskey kind of thing where you hold and you have like a cigar in it. Oh.
As much as that would fit my aesthetic, I am not a fan of whiskey.
Really? Oh, well, you know what I had to say.
Yes.
But it would fit your model so well. Like, you know, it'd be cool. Again, as someone who loves this kind of theming for characters, I could totally see you like have like smoke come out of your mouth. Like, you know that One Piece character, Smoke? How like sometimes he talks and smoke comes out?
Yeah.
That'd be cool to be seeing you have something like that too. I would think that'd be just cool.
It would be cool. I don't know how that'd be done, like art and rigging. I'm sure someone knows how to do that. I just could not think of off the top of my head how to make that work.
Well, they made an amazing job with your model. I just imagine maybe just mention it to them and they see if they have a way to doing it. I don't know how much it costs and I don't know what your budget is looking like, but it'd be kind of cool to see that because it'd just be cool to see you talk. And as you smile with that giant grin you have, it'd be so cool to see like smoke come out the sides like that. I'm just coming up with random ideas. I do this a lot in my shows. I just like, I'll see a really cool design. I'll come up with many ideas for it, but you obviously don't have to use any of them.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, right now, pretty much the one unique thing I got in this model is, my eyes glow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, when you're making a deal, like the little demon side comes out, locking in.
You're locking in, you know, with all the like energy coming out. It's like you make a deal. So, yep, it's good. It's good. That's what happened with my demon friend. You know, he had his eyes glowing the whole time I was making a deal with him, which I thought was a really good deal until, you know, my soul kind of like gone now. So now I'm just a husk.
Yeah, you gotta always check the fine print on any sort of
Yeah,
contract.
you know, after he introduced himself to the Trickster Demon, I should probably read the fine print a little bit more, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean that's just a standard demon.
Standard demon thing, yeah. Well, it's my first time interacting with that, so I don't know. I've learned the hard way.
Enough.
You guys learn the hard way. Well, always make sure you check your contracts, guys. Especially if they have pale skin, horns coming out the head, and when you were about to make the deal, the eyes glow. Those are kind of telling signs.
Except for me, I am the complete opposite of that. Just sign anything that I hand to you, it'll be perfect.
Oh yeah, obviously he's so trusting. Look, of course.
Look at his face.
Yeah, beautiful. I love it. Cool, awesome. So I can't. You kind of answered this a little bit already, but the second part of this question was actually what do you like about being a VTuber? And you did mention that you don't have to dress up on this kind of occasion every single time you stream. Anything else do you like about being a VTuber?
I mean, yeah. So like, I get to basically play a character a little bit. I mean, when you stream, like your normal personality comes out, but I obviously like. I don't talk like this in a normal setting. It kind of more fits the character that I've created, and like being a Italian gangster with a little bit of a New York Boston accent kind of going on a little bit.
It's actually really good.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank
you very much.
Of course, and as someone who also has a different character I portray as when I do it, I don't do the different voice. I tried to do a different voice. It did not last very long because I could not do it for so long. So now he just has the same voice. But I do respect the people who runs role plays as a character, changes the voice a little bit, because it is really fun. Like, I don't know if anyone else likes to play role-playing games like MMOs, like RPGs or something like that. It's always fun to play as a different character. And this is VTubing could be a way to do that.
That's very true. And like before I did VTubing and played D&D all the time, and of course crazy voices, and I've streamed a couple D&D campaigns with some buddies and trying to play as me, like this voice as the player, then switching into the character voice. Very interesting. Sometimes it's a little bit of a trip up.
You have to mess with it. But as you do it more often, you can definitely find yourself the right way of doing it. So I think you'll get there. You'll get there. It'll be cool. Keep up the good work, though. Keep up the good work. I want to see you do more. Cool. Awesome. Next question for you is tell us a little bit about your VTuber model. Like what's your lore or backstory? You are this demon who makes deals with other demons or other random people who has fallen prey to your dealings. What's the source?
All right. So the backstory is I was once human. A long time ago,
It's a flesh tuber like me.
Yeah, I used to be fleshy, a little bit more color in my cheeks.
Yeah, a little more color,
Yeah. So, born around the Prohibition era, I used to work at a bar. I fell in love with a lovely lady. Of course, she was high society. I didn't have a penny to my name. So I decided to start working for the mob. And in doing so, ended up getting whacked.
No!
And going to hell.
What?
Yeah, it was very sad. It was about a couple months before we were supposed to get married.
Oh, dang, that's lame. That sucks. You did all for. This is what happens when you do things for broads. Like, come on, man. But hey, at least you almost got married. Almost.
Yeah, almost got married. Went to hell. Devil comes, greets me at the gates, which was a little weird. Find out that not a lot of the poor devil didn't really have a lot of help per se down hell. I mean, a lot of demons, but they go do their own thing. So he's like, "Hey, I got a deal for you. I will spare you of your assigned torment if you become. I turn you into a demon. You become my gatekeeper."
A gatekeeper.
I took the deal, but I asked for a little bit of twist because hell, don't really want my girl down here. So I become the demon, become gatekeeper. She gets a free pass to heaven.
Oh, okay. So look at you being an outstanding gentleman, even in death. You still allowed your girl to still go to heaven, even though that means you'll never see her again, though. So sad.
Yeah, but
so tragic.
Listen, it makes me a dandy fella to know that she's in a better place.
Let's see what you did there. That's clever. It's clever. Good story. I like this.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But yeah, no, it's one of those kind of cool things. Is like, this you were human, you got into a bad crowd for this girl you loved. It didn't end up very well, so now you're in hell. You made a deal with the devil himself for you to help out with the gatekeeping parts of things, and you even still resolved a loose tie of like your wife being able to go into heaven. And still, this is a traumatic kind of a situation where you'll never see her again, but for a fact she'll do well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then when it comes to the soul thing, like making deals, stealing souls, demons get more powerful the more souls and deals they make. So maybe eventually I could get a little bit strong enough that I might be able to work my way up to heaven. Maybe a little bit brute force, but I mean, I used to tussle, got my dukes up. Maybe I'll figure something out.
You work with the mob. Obviously, you have some
Yeah,
experience. Yeah. And as someone who deals with so many different, well, not as someone as myself, I apologize, I didn't mean to word that, but as someone as yourself who deals with a lot of like gatekeeping parts where you get demons to come over to you, there's some potential like good business partners you can have that comes to your doorstep that you can make deals with. So you have a pretty good business situation going for you, my friend.
Yeah, pretty good gig going on.
I like that. That's really cool. Now, obviously, there's some inspiration for like the Hell of the Boss Demon, Has Been Hotel kind of stuff. Was that also kind of like around the same time that you were trying to create this character? Were you influenced by this show, or was this something that you made before, and this just happens to relate to the shows that's been getting so popular?
So I took some inspiration from the show. Like obviously, I always get joked. My friends call me the Timu Alistair.
Timu Alistair. Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah. So I mean, it's always in good jest, but like obviously, like the gold teeth definitely drew some inspiration from the radio demon. However, that actually kind of gave me the idea of the backstory itself, because I was thinking, like, typical monster has the gold tooth. Want to have a full set of gold teeth?
Why not full set? I think that's really good. I like that. Should have a shiny, shiny kind of thing. When you like smile like perfectly, it's just like, ding.
Yeah. Which I thought, because when I first debuted the model, one of my friends also called me a butter teeth.
Butter teeth. I was going to say, like, sir, your skin and like everything looks really great on you, but you might need to brush your teeth a couple more times. That's some
I also think it works out, like design-wise too. Like it helps break up, because there's a lot of red on me, as you can tell.
Yeah, there's a lot of red, which makes sense. I do like the red on white. The red on black also looks really good too. So like I do like that kind of style. Would you ever get a different outfit down the road for different color schemes or something?
So I do have an entire like older version of my model that it's called the Demon King Dandy.
Oh, your lords already have plans in the future.
Yeah. So I'm actually in the process of writing up and doing the artwork for my next lore video, introducing how I become the Demon King of Hell.
That sounds sick. I want to see that. I can't wait to see it. That's so cool. I love seeing these kind of things. I love characters like VTubers who have continuous story in their lore, where like as they grow more in content, they grow more in the story, and the community comes around and checks that out as well. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like it. Well, hey, as you deal with more deals, you get more powerful. Now, here's the last question I have that goes into more of the Has Been Hotel, because even though it's really good, like kind of characters, I don't want to spend the entire show talking about it, because that's
yeah, sure.
But one of the last question I have is that, so we have the radio demon, we have had the TV demon, we had the like the porn demon, we had the social media demon. We have a lot of different kind of demons that comes into power. What would you consider yourself called? Would you be like the business demon, the mobster demon?
I'd see. Well, I think I like the whole idea, like the radio demon, all those terminologies like radio demon, TV demon. That's, I think, also kind of inspired me to come up with the idea of the dandy demon.
The dandy demon. I like the dandy demon.
Yeah.
That's a good one. The gentleman demon. That's also pretty cool.
I'd say maybe the mobster demon. It's hard. Never really thought of like honestly, the dandy demon is kind of like that play on that idea of like having a second terminology. Because like in my lore, obviously I wasn't called Dandy in life. The character's name is Levy, and originally like my whole thing was my original lore was originally going to be called Levy Leviathan, which was going to be based on one of the princes of hell.
Okay.
However, when I was coming up with the name itself, I was like, well, my design doesn't really look like a Leviathan, and I wanted something like memorable, so keep that alliteration going.
I like
Hence
the
why I
Dandy
came up
Demon. The
with-
Dandy Demon is really
Yeah, Dandy Demon. It's something that it keeps in your head because it's alliteration.
Yep, exactly. I love it. I think that's really good, and I would love to see you be like the mobster demon kind of stuff. If I do that though, I definitely need to see that like cigar and mouse, like the smoke, but then also have the fedora and the jacket on jacket, kind of thing. I love to see it. There's actually another VTuber who I want to introduce you to. He's a very freaking amazing content creator too. He's just having his debut of his actual model come out not that long ago. I want to see if I can maybe introduce you to him. Let me see. I think it's Samuel. Yeah, Samuel S. Kraken. He has this like mobster design with him too, and I think this would be a nice inspiration for him. So I'm gonna send you his Twitter. Freaking amazing content creator, has a beautiful design on his thing. I definitely would suggest you maybe checking him out as well, because he just has a really cool aesthetic that definitely have that mobster, like king mobster kind of style of it. Like, you look great, you look amazing, love your design, but definitely like some ideas can go into more of your work as you do more stuff. So I think the most fun thing about being a VTuber is that as you create this brand about yourself, you create this character, you can keep on adding more and more to it. That could either be with like different design updates, color schemes, or it could literally just be like lore added kind of models. Like you said, you have a king demon on your way, which I think is actually pretty sick.
Yeah, and the king designs a little bit takes on that more of like that mob boss role. So like it does have like the overcoat, a little bit older looking, gray hairs, demon, older looking fella, and actually the whole idea came about because of like the whole voice thing. So when I first started, like I can do this voice pretty even pace for about 3-4 hours before it starts to strain. So I'm like, let me come up with something a little bit different, a little bit easier, more down to my normal speaking voice. So like I talk like this normally, and then it would be like a little bit deeper.
Yeah, when so a little bit behind the scenes, and if you don't feel comfortable talking about this, you can stop me from talking about it. But before the stream, when I heard your actual voice, I was like, dang, this is a deep freaking voice. Like when I was looking at your pictures, your models and stuff like that, I was kind of thinking of this kind of like, high pitch, like kind of like that has been kind of hotel, like the one you're doing right now, is this mobster kind of style things, but it was still high pitch. It's still like, it shows that kind of like the Italian kind of side of things, but it doesn't sound like a mob king. Mob kings, when you think about that, you still have the same accent, but it's like deeper tone. This person's been through a lot. He had a lot of whiskeys before we start talking to him, kind of voice. So like when I heard your voice first, I could definitely see that. So like as you transitioned into that, I could definitely see maybe a deeper version of that voice, which you can definitely pull off easily.
Yeah, and honestly, like I have several friends who have seen my streams first, and then I hop into VC. It freaks them out.
Yeah, no, like I said, your voice is really different, which I think is really cool. I was like, whoa, I love it. Well, hey, good voice. Keep up, love it. All right, next question for you. Next question is that tell us a little bit about how you stand out from the VTuber community. Like do you do some kind of styles with it? Now, obviously, your design is very unique and interesting, but let's be honest, there's a lot of VTubers are demons out in the VTuber community. So what do you do to help you stand out?
So I think actually, a couple people have you submit yourself to like design reviews from other VTubers, and a lot of them have said something similar, which I never considered before, but it makes a lot of sense. So a lot of the demons that you see in the VTuber space, there are a lot of the like demon overlords, like very serious, kind of edgy, but like in the fun way, not like. Whereas my design, my whole shtick is very like the fun, like trickster, like demon. Like I'm here to sell you, here to make a deal, sell you shit that you think that you want, but here it's actually gonna bite you in the ass later on. So I think that definitely helps. It's my design itself sticks out a little bit more simpler, like obviously red, and a lot of people, I'm surprised how many people have caught on to just based on my design, like, oh yeah, I know who this person is. And of course, like the one thing that I was saying, I'm honestly like one of the few VTubers that do a voice for the entire stream.
True. That is unique. That's why one thing I'm really surprised about is that you do play this role, play this character super well. And I do like that. But sometimes, like me, I've fallen prey on this as well. Hi, sons. Is the fact that usually when it comes to these kind of things, usually you eventually kind of go away from it. Even some big content creators like Shy Lily and like some other content creators used to have like a voice that they would portray, but then as time went on, they decided to go to the actual voice because it's been so long to do it. You still keep up with that cool voice, and I think that actually works very well for you.
Yeah, and honestly, it does fit my. I actually built my model. I had the voice first, and actually built my model around the voice.
I love it. I love it. Well, again, I think that also fits very well because it fits with your brand. So I think that's a good voice acting kind of trick that you're able to do. So I think that's really cool. We have some more demons coming into my chat right now. We have Sons who loves the Has Been Hotel, that kind of like style thing. So this is a good treat for you, Sons. We have a fellow demon here who's also into that kind of stuff, and we also have just a demon as well who's here. So you just bring all the demons to you. Like, I guess this is what happens when you're the gatekeeper, right? You just have all the demons come to you.
Oh yeah. You bring all the demons to the yard.
Well, hopefully they don't come to the yard because of your milkshakes, because that might be a little awkward. Right? Maybe you whatever you want to sell. As long as you sell it, you good.
So I mean I think that's the other thing. Like, I do not like with the whole demon thing, bringing back the like makes unique. I do not take myself seriously at all. So like,
which good.
I have done like different, mostly in the PNG department of like different designs for myself. Like, I think one of the first designs I did was a gender swap, and I call it Dandy with an I.
A dandy eye.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can see that. That'd be kind of funny to see that.
Yeah, I've done a model with me just being a pair of boobs.
Well, it sounds eye-catching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
milkshakes.
whole idea is like, oh, yeah, got the milkshakes. You know, like demons, they can I have like in my lore, I can shapeshift, do whatever I want. So just I have fun with it.
Yeah, have fun. I like that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you do whatever it takes to get the deal, right? And then if it means you have to change yourself to make the deal or sell milkshakes to the yard, totally good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, watch out, guys. You have to read the fine print on this one, so watch out. He'll do whatever it takes to have you sign the contract.
Just keep looking at the Beelzeboobs.
Yeah, Beelzeboobs. The Beelzeboobs. All right, let's go on. All right, next question for you. Any projects you have in the works or any kind of games you're looking for streaming in 2026? Did mention a little bit about an updated lore video that's gonna be coming out. That's gonna be really cool. Anything else?
So yeah, there's a Demon King lore. That's the big project I'm doing because I am, you know how expensive things are in the VTubing space. So like, I'm doing the artwork, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing a chunk of the voice acting. I'm getting some friends to fill in a couple other voices, but yeah, that's probably the biggest project that's going to be happening. However, I've been putting this off for a long time. I'm wanting to do like different game shows, so hopefully I'm gonna do like in February for Valentine's Day a love and marriage game show.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
With VTuber couples.
Oh, that'd be cool. So you're gonna have canon VTuber couples come on a show, and they're gonna have to like face off against each other.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with the premise. It's basically you ask questions, and then like the husbands on one side the husband and wives will answer the questions, and then you have to see if they match.
Oh, I see. Okay, I've heard of this. I've never actually done it, but I've heard of this. So pretty much like you ask a question like based off like, hey, what is your wife's favorite like color? And then the husband will say it, and then after that, then the wife will say what her actual favorite color is and see if they match.
Yeah, so basically that. Or like, where did the two of you meet? Or like, what is your favorite? Like something like the couple should know about
each other
themselves.
But you know, it might not be as obvious, which I like that. That's clever. It's really cool. Are you gonna have it with multiple people, or are you gonna just do one couple at a time?
So I am looking. I've reached out to 3 couples, and hopefully they all said yes. So hopefully we just need to make sure that we can get the. Scheduling people is hard itself. So scheduling 6 people is going to be difficult.
Trust me.
But I hope I can pull it off.
I know the feeling as someone who's been doing this show for a good 4 to 5 years, and all my entire thing is to schedule people to come on my show from all different time zones. I definitely know the feeling. You really do. Especially get 6 people. I also host a game show, and just hosting for 2 people is crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I can. So previously I've done it. I called it the Hellfire Chat.
Ooh, Hellfire Chat.
It would just be like a round table, like discussion series. Like we talk about different topics I've had. Like most of them, pretty much everyone was a VTuber. Like I think we did one about like VTubers who have a full-time job. I've done VTubers who have like do long-distance relationships. Yes, different stuff like that. And we just stuff that I can also participate in as well, like stuff that I've done in my life. That and just it was a good way to get to know more people too.
True. I love this show that I do because I get to know a lot of people. So I definitely support you to do that kind of style things because you do meet a lot of awesome people and hear a lot of people's stories. This is actually really cool. I like that. It's like that. Nice. I would love to see you trying to come up with like a stage, kind of like I have right here, to see like a cool little round table or something like that. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah. I definitely need to get a official, like, not I guess stage, but like basically like kind of like this. Yep, I need something a little bit more official than what I have right now.
Which no worries, nothing wrong. Like the best thing about it is that you developed into it. You know, my stage when I first started streaming. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, hello.
Yep.
He had to go back to hell for a second because apparently he had business deals, so he has to. So he just outside, but we still hear his voice. That's how powerful he is. What did I lose you?
Hey, what do you want, boss? Come on, connect.
Come on, boss. I need to go back to the interview. This is prime business deals. I can get some people. Hi, Nix. Good to see you. Hello.
What?
No,
it's not. My wife.
I think I see him in the distance. Yeah, super far away.
Let's see.
We lost him. Don't worry.
See. Connecting.
I appreciate it. You too. See, you guys don't realize this, but the connection between the overworld and the underworld, it's not the most best internet connection. I think they're still waiting for like satellite internet to like help out hell, but it's kind of difficult.
Hold on, I'm gonna get out of VTube Studio, try this again, and give me one little tiny second.
Take your time. The password still be the same.
Perfect.
Hold on, it could be something on my end.
Right.
Let me see. Again, let's try this. What? Warning. Stream has been unable to play anyway.
All right, let's see. All right, but things are back up.
My favorite silly. Oh, I appreciate you.
Right.
No, not this guy. He's still sleeping. You don't want to mess with him. He's awake. Okay, let's connect.
Connecting.
So I'm connecting it right now. So it should be up and running. Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. I had to also get out of Vtuber Studios because even when I tried to go back into it, it said that was a weird error. So it could have been my fault. I will take the full blame. I'm sorry. This is not the proper way to conduct business deals, especially with demons. So hopefully it all smooth. Who knows? Maybe
you gotta remember, do not break the pentagram when you summon a demon.
See, I thought so, but then my cat came in and he like was walking all over the places, and you don't mess with the cat when he's moving around. Maybe that's what happened. Well, terribly sorry about that. Everything's back to normal though, so we're all chilling, all cool vibes. Again, we have to make sure the pentagram is up to scuff. Do your research, guys. Do your research.
Yep.
Now, where were we? We do have a spin the wheel redeem. Did you finish what you were talking about? You have some projects in the making. Did you finish all that?
I guess game-wise, I play a lot of Dark Souls, Elden Ring games, and with Elden Ring having their 4th year anniversary coming up, I was going to do some sort of challenge run. I'm going to let my community decide on what I'm going to do.
I've heard a lot of people doing like random effects or like chat integrated like Dark Soul run, so that might be fun.
Yeah, I'm doing it's like crowd control. I'm doing that next week with Dark Souls 3, and I'm only allowed to level up 1 stat, and it's the worst stat in the game.
Oh, well, good luck.
Can only level up luck.
Only luck. Well, sounds like a normal isekai protagonist kind of style. So I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, now he's back. So it's like, well, hey, I'd love to see it. I can't wait to see you do more of those projects. I can't wait to see you do more things. It's gonna be freaking amazing. It's gonna be awesome. But with that said, we do also have Nyx, who's Nyx is the goddess of the night in like Greek mythology, I think. So we have a goddess talking to you. So who knows? Maybe she can help you out getting into heaven to help find your wife.
I know some other goddesses. I've pissed off enough deities in the VTuber space. So.
Well, hopefully you don't have to deal with this one. Don't have to worry about it. But they would like to ask you a question. Let's do it. Awesome. I'm an H. Cool. Awesome. Well, hey, speaking of romantic fun stuff that we were talking about before, what's your ideal date? What's the ideal date of the dandy demon?
Let's see. My ideal date would be obviously with my lovely Angie, who is my girl. So going to probably a nice winery of sorts, enjoying some wine, maybe a nice dinner afterwards, and then just kind of going back to the gates of hell, hanging out with the hellhounds, and then just enjoying each other's company.
I like that. You know, that sounds like a very typical, very easy-going, very romantic, very nice. I like that. Keep it classy, which I don't expect anything less from the dandy demons. So it makes sense. I like that. Well, let's go another one. Sun would like to ask you a question now. He's our Vox. Right. He's our Vox friend. Have you met any of the has-been hotel characters down in the hells and met in person?
Let's see. I think favorite pizza topping. Let's see that.
It is a controversial
thing.
I mean,
I guess Charlie kind of comes up and is like, "Hey, do we have anyone potential go to the hotel?" And I say, "Why are you here? Leave me alone."
Yeah, Charlie, I don't want to deal with her. Like, that hotel is totally not going to work out. I don't know why she thinks. I don't know.
I don't know. Bless her heart, she's trying something different down there. I just man the gates.
Yep, just man the gates. She can release all her flies because obviously she's the daughter of the devil. So like you might as well like allow her to have her flies. But just like any place you go to that's like a little mom and pop store and you see flyers out on the side, you don't ever really look at those.
No. But favorite pizza toppings. I am a classic pepperoni.
Classic.
Yeah. Especially like a Sicilian slice.
Sicilian slice. As an Italian man yourself, I was expecting to see some more interesting stuff. But you know what? Actually, it does make sense. You're very classic. You're very old-fashioned. So it makes sense that you would love just a regular pepperoni pizza.
Yes, very classy.
I love it. Do you have a favorite pizza like joint that you recommend?
Let's see. If you're in New York, I've gone to like the original pizza place.
Ooh.
Like when I first started in the Americas, there it was a prosciutto arugula pizza with a balsamic vinaigrette drizzle. It was fantastic.
Dude, that sounds sick. I've only been to New York once, and when I did eat pizza, but I don't think I went to any special pizza place. I just kind of on my way to my hotel, I saw a pizza place, so I decided to have a pizza. I've heard nothing but great things about the pizza in New York.
Yeah.
and then I had pizza made at the hotel that I was at, which also was really good. Both pizza places. I know of the pizza I had first was just a run-of-the-mill just pizza joint, and I don't know how fancy was the one from the hotel. It wasn't actually attached to an actual restaurant, so I think legit had good pizza. But I always like margarita pizzas. Those are usually my favorites. And dude, pizza was so good, freaking amazing. I love it.
So I had a very good margarita pizza when I went to I'm trying to think. Not Pompeii. What's
Pompeii?
Naples, Italy.
I was a Pompeii. Oh no.
It's like near Pompeii. The ruins of Pompeii are in Naples, and went by like right by the harbor. There was this nice little pizza place. Had lovely margarita. After touring, climbed Mount Vesuvius, came back.
Dang,
very fun time.
Dude, it sounds like sick. It sounds like you've been traveling. That's actually awesome. That's a dream of mine. Oh, where have you traveled to?
Let's see. So traveled all around like the South America or Central America, like the Caribbeans. Also went to Barcelona for a little bit to check out the Sagrada Familia, which is a beautiful basilica. There went all around Italy. And took a little tour in a little small city called Marseille in France. Which honestly, they had really good pizza too.
I bet. Like I'm pretty sure there's some really good food, dude. I've been wanting to that's my goal in life. That's my goal. Like you know how like there's a meme of like what do you want to do? What's the meaning of life? My meaning of life is literally to eat food from anywhere around the world. That's what I want to do. I just want to go to different places around the world and eat their food because oh man, that sounds so good.
Oh yeah,
I want to do it. That's my dream. If I had to sell my soul to a demon, it would be like the food demon, where like he just treats me to all the food. A chef demon, dude. There should be a chef demon. That sounds sick.
Ooh, chef demon,
dude. Because like just imagine it's like like you have to make a deal with me, and I'll give you the best food you ever had. Like I feel like there'd be so many people that would like sign up with him. He'd be a very powerful demon. It's good, such good.
Don't know why the hell I'm she just ran. What? Oh, new arrival, I guess.
New arrival, yeah.
She's like, yeah, they can take a number and sit down.
Take it up and sit down, hold on, I'm busy over here. I'm busy. Well, the hellhounds, it makes sense. We just talked about food, so I bet they were really eager to talk about it. His just got in sale his soul and be a snow fox looking for a story. Oh, see that? So look at that. Look, next it said that she can get you to heaven. You just have to sell your soul to her and become a snow fox. So I don't know if you want to sell your soul or a fox. I don't know about that one.
I mean, so technically, my soul's kind of been passed around a little bit.
Yeah, so if I learned anything about selling your soul to a demon, you usually don't have much of a bargaining when you comes to your souls. The only reason why I'm still able to do what I'm doing right now in front of a demon who takes people's souls is because mine was already been claimed by someone else. So I'm kind of safe.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting the shit. So I have two hellhounds now, and when the one barks, the other one barks, and then they just kind of go back and forth at each other, just feeding off each other.
Makes sense. That's what they do.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Cool. Son's favorite pizza toppings is chicken and pepperoni, which is good, respectful. I love it.
Yeah, I like myself a good buffalo chicken pizza every once in a while too.
True. As long as you don't like pineapple on pizza.
No, I cannot do sweet and nah.
Same here. Even hell doesn't even have that.
If they found out.
Even hell doesn't allow that kind of stuff in there. So how bad it is.
We torture souls down there, but we're not that evil.
Exactly. That's so good. But yeah, no, even Italy would probably pull you off that. But here's the thing: I was informed, and you can vouch for me or tell me I'm wrong. But I was told that the way they make pineapple pizza here in the States is way different than they make it outside the States. Pineapple pizza is usually made in the States as a topping afterwards, while outside the States they bake it within the pizza. so it kind of dries out a little bit and becomes kind of like an accent. While on pizza here in the States, they put it as an afterwards, so it still stays juicy. Now, I think they're disgusting either way, but I've only had the American style of pineapple on pizza. I remember on stream, I was eating it, and I had a lot of people outside of the United States watch me, and they were like, why is there so many pineapple like on your pizza? That sounds disgusting. Like, usually it's like small amount of it. And also, why are the cuts so big? So there's like stuff like that. What's your take on it? Have you seen pineapple on pizza outside states before?
I have not. I thought that was an exclusively American thing. So I'm actually surprised that goes anywhere else.
That's what I was told by other like people like outside United States. It's actually baked a lot differently. So that's my goal one day. I'm gonna go to Italy. I'll go somewhere and I'm gonna see if they have the option. And if they do, I want to try it to see if it tastes a little bit different. But obviously, I'll make sure everything.
I will almost guarantee you will probably not find that in Italy.
Well, good to know. Good to know. I'll let everyone know that. The demon you're speaking of is the demon of glutton. So here's my take on this. Okay, here's my take on this. I feel like the chef demon and the demon of gluttony are two separate people. Because the gluttony is someone who diverged into that like hunger, who has to eat that kind of stuff. A chef demon doesn't eat his own food. Like he can, but he doesn't eat food. He makes food for other people and have them like go into the gluttony side of things. So in my mind, I feel like there'd be two different people. One like is the essence of gluttony, and one pretty much gets everyone to be gluttons themselves. You know?
So I've seen them play on both. Like so, like the idea of like the lust demon, like Asmodeus. Sometimes they've seen like as like this like total sex pest, or like a very lustful person, like in like who gets people to lust. So the idea of like the demon of gluttony being a like fantastic 5-star chef kind of makes sense in a bit of a way. However, like we're actually in like the Hasman Hotel Hell of a Boss universe, the demon of gluttony is this party girl who gets people to be gluttonous.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like and that's kind of how I thought of it as. It's like it's a character who puts people into the gluttony. You know, like you fall for your sin of gluttony. You're not themselves the worst part of gluttony, you know? Like the greed demon, he's probably very like greedy, so he has all the kind of stuff of that. But he also gets other people to be greedy as well. You know, that's why he's a business guy. Makes sense. Sons, you like pineapple on pizza? What's wrong with that? I don't know, man. Sons, I had so much high respect for you. What happened? But why? What made you want to get into pineapple on pizza? What happened?
You know, there's some sins that are not forgiven.
Yeah, there's some sins that we cannot forgive. I'm pretty sure if you ever see Sons down hell, you have to write a note on here, okay? Just write that note. So when he does come to the gates of hell, you'd be like, so you should be treated pretty well, but you did have on that one person's stream that you said that you like pineapple pizza. I'm going to dock you a couple points.
Yeah. I have to hand you off to somebody different.
Exactly. So Sons, watch out what you spread that information around. You gotta watch out. Now, my question for Sons, if you're still here, do you have pineapple on pizza, like the Hawaiian style pineapple pizza, and you like that? So I feel like Hawaiian pizza, like where they put pineapple with ham and some of that, usually is a little bit different because they put a lot of barbecue sauce on it as well. And I feel like barbecue sauce is that kind of like sauce that you can put on anything and it'll make anything taste better because it's just barbecue sauce. So if you like the taste of barbecue sauce, you just put that on anything and that's all you taste, which is like the why I don't like pineapple pizza, because it just kills that taste for me. But I don't know, what do you think?
I was gonna say, I know, like in college we had like an option of like barbecue pizza, and they would put way too much barbecue sauce on it. It just overpowered the whole thing.
Yep. Well, that's my argument when it comes to cooking, is that there's some sauces that you can put onto like a steak or a burger or like a salad that if you put it onto it, it just changes the entire taste of it, which is makes me not like it that much. Like Here's a good example. So if you ever had a steak that was just super dry, not overcooked, not juicy at all, so you have to have barbecue sauce or A1 sauce to eat it.
Right.
That is, in my opinion, like the insult to the like steak, person who made the steak. Is if you make an actual good steak, it should be juicy by itself. So if you have a really good steak, you wouldn't put sauce on it because it should already be juice.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Or I was gonna say, like, I grew up in a family that we ate a lot of deer meat, and deer is very lean, so there's not a lot of fat. So when you cook it, it can dry out very quickly. So to like avoid like the sauce thing, you do like a nice marinade that you soak it in, so it keeps that juiciness. And the same thing, like I like anytime I cook a steak, I like if my wife pulls out the A1 sauce, I feel like I fucked up.
Yep, exactly. That's kind of, I'm the exact same way. It's that if I cook something and someone pulls out a sauce to cover it after it's made, I know I messed up. You know, that's kind of how I feel like with barbecue sauce. That if you put barbecue sauce on something, it doesn't taste like the thing you created. It just tastes like barbecue sauce. So it kind of destroys the taste for it. Same thing with like blue cheese. If you put blue cheese on anything, it just tastes like blue cheese.
Although I do like a good nice blue cheese crumble on a salad.
Exactly, and sometimes it tastes like that, but like it tastes really good. But blue cheese is not like accent; it's a coverage. You know, like A1 sauce and barbecue sauce. You know, when you put something like that onto a food, you don't taste the food; you taste the product, the one thing. So that's why I don't like it when people put A1 sauce or barbecue sauce onto like things I create, because I feel like it's an insult. But that's all the same thing with the pineapple on pizza. My whole point I was trying to get at, I made a kind of a roundabout way of doing it. My whole point, I get off topic so often in this show.
You're good.
But one thing I do like, though, trying to get at, is that if it doesn't mean that you like pineapple pizza if you have a whole bunch of barbecue sauce on it. You just like barbecue sauce on the pizza, you know? Because if you have a pineapple on pizza and you put barbecue sauce on it, you don't really taste the pineapple, you just taste the barbecue sauce. So that's why my question was like, did you like pineapple on pizza or do you like Hawaiian pineapple pizza? Because a lot of times when you have Hawaiian pizza, usually there's barbecue sauce like laid with it, so you don't taste the pineapple with that much. So that's my kind of like caveat on that question, if you like it or not. Have you ever tried adding pineapple to curry? No, not really, but I've tried apples on curry, and that was actually pretty good. So, maybe try that. Have you had curry before? Have you had curry?
I've had curry a couple times. The one that sticks out, I had a clam. Was it oyster or clam? It was like one of those. It was a curry sauce like with clams. It was very good because it was back in college. It was like some run-of-the-mill like back alley restaurant we found. Looks shady as all hell, but really good curry.
That's interesting. Well, it's always interesting because I never met a Italian like have like a Japanese dish like that or like a Korean dish like that. So that's kind of interesting. I like that. I kind of relate to my family eats sheep a lot, but only because of religious reasons. So makes sense. I never had sheep or deer before. So I don't know what that tastes like, but again, as someone who wants to travel and like eat all the cool food as around the world, I wouldn't be against trying some things out. I know in Japan they also eat horse, which is also a pretty big thing, and they also eat bear. They get to eat. Oh, I lost you again. What happened to you? Man, you're just a busy buddy, my friend.
Yeah, I guess so. It's did your horse step on the circle this time?
I guess so. I guess the horse. Oh, actually, no. Okay, so my stream is up. So I think I just lost you. Let me see if I can add you back in. Let's get you back on here. My circle is not see, this is what happens when I try to get like circle creating of a demon on my show. And I don't have my demon friend help me out with it. You know, look at that. This always happens. You're not even on.
It looks like Steam crashed for me.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Steam kind of had a little hiccup from my end.
What? Freaking Steam, guys. See, this is the thing, you know. You have to pay your Steam tax every time you can. You gotta still log in, make sure the Steam is satisfied, or they'll do things like this. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Freaking Steam. Well, don't worry, it's up and running, so you should be able to log back in pretty soon, and you'll be able to pop back in.
All right.
I kind of relate my. Oh yeah, no, you always. But yeah, no, it's always those kind of situations when it comes to different kinds of foods and different tries. So I won't mind trying something. There's some things I will not eat though. Like there's some things that I'll like not cross the line. That kind of stuff. Like I know in some places around the world you can eat like monkeys, like dogs, cats.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stay away from those things. You know, you do you. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, just I'm gonna stick with other stuff. We'll see what.
Like I am pretty adventurous when it comes to like, especially like different meats. But like, yeah, there's some I would not cross the line. I would like to try.
There you are.
Rattlesnake. I think that's like a
rattlesnake. Actually, we sell that where I live. So actually, this actually sounds like a really cool thing to do. Yeah. I can see you eat a rattlesnake.
But,
I feel like that'd be something you liked.
yeah.
What do you think it tastes like?
I'm sure. Like I've heard, like you need to fry it, so it's like a little bit on the blander side, but I imagine it has like a probably like a poultry texture to it.
Oh, it makes sense. Makes sense. I heard it tastes like chicken, so that makes sense.
Hey, everything tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken. If you think about it, that came from an Italian, so you know it's true when he says that. So watch out for that. To be honest, the only food I generally don't like is clams or oysters. I don't know what they're called. I actually love seafood. Seafood is my jam.
Yes.
I could eat anything seafood. There's yet to be a seafood dish I have not liked.
Same.
So I will say that, sons, I apologize. We're not with the minority in that one. Not only we love seafood, we also hate pineapple on pizza. So let's just say that if we're ordering food, sons, you're not choosing. How about that?
Exactly.
Love you to death.
Yep.
Love you to death, but you're not choosing the food. I like all types of seafood except for oysters. So, well, you know what? It makes sense. I don't know. I had a situation where like I was having oyster shooters once, and a piece of the chip of the yeah, it was in my mouth. Yeah, so if I swallow that, my throat would be all messed up. I'm glad I caught that.
Definitely hide.
Yeah. But be careful, guys. Be careful.
Yes.
Going back to the show, we totally went off topic like crazy, so I do apologize. But let's go back to the show. See how it goes. Making sure I didn't miss any spins. Cool. So next question I have for you is, what's the thoughts that went into your design of your model? So let's get into this a little more. Now, you did already talk about like the inspiration, talk about your design. You want to be like this, and you like to keep it simple, kind of interesting. But is there anything else you want to talk about your model?
So the thought actually, what came into my design actually, so I started with the voice because originally my character was actually a D&T NPC. It was a demon shopkeeper. That's where this voice came from. And people enjoyed like the way I talked, the little shticks I did with like puns and all that. And so I was like, oh, I could turn that into a VTuber. So I'm like, okay, I need to come up with a design for this voice. And that's when Has-Been Hotel was kind of coming around. So like, I was like, oh, I really like this Radio Demon's get up. So I like, that's where I got the idea of like the gold teeth. And that's when I was like, okay, this is where the backstory's gonna come from. Gold teeth, like a mobster. It's kind of how it evolved. And actually, there was a little bit of a miscommunication when the first person I had draw this character. So which worked out in the best way. So originally I gave them like the design of a pinstripe suit with, it was supposed to be gray. Like it was actually going to be like a normal gray like mobster suit. And I guess the drawing reference I gave them was this color of the suit. And they showed it to me. I'm like, oh god. I'm like, oh, that wasn't what I asked for, but they actually really like this.
There you go. Don't you love that? Don't you love it when you give like an art to someone and they did a really cool thing? Yeah, happy accident.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So it was originally supposed to be gray, but when the artist actually made it, you actually loved the red a little bit more. So that's interesting. You could have seen a gray dandy. Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We should one day see like a color variation of their OG Dandy. You know,
The OG, yeah, the OG was definitely different.
which I love it. I love it. It's still really cool. I love it. Also, so now that we're talking about your design, let's go into your design a little bit. And I love talking about a lot of different things about your design. One, I do like the hair. I love that it like kind of goes off to the sides, the comb over, but a little bit longer than normal. So it kind of adds to like the style a little bit. Because normally, typically, if you think of a business side of things, usually it's very well kept, very greased, all kinds of that. But because you're a demon, you kind of have it a little bit more, still the style, but it's a little more eccentric because of like you being a demon. So I do like that add-on. Very cool. And the horns, very prominent, is very cool. Chiseled chin, very nice. I like the eyebrows, it's very cool. So definitely really cool. I like that.
Yeah. So and like the length of the hair was, and the eyebrows were actually designed by my model artist. When he showed it to me, I'm like, oh, this is very. I definitely liked it because I definitely wanted a little bit more, like my original, like some of the original artworks I did. I would let. Best described a little bit more on the Twinkie side.
Well, actually,
like, they showed me this, I'm like,
sorry, continue.
And I was like, and like this is a little bit more like, kind of like what I was looking for.
Yeah, the build kind of thing. Because let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. As someone who also really likes the style, the designs of all the characters in Hazbin Hotel and Hell the Boss, let's all just admit it. The characters are super twinkified. They are very twinky characters. Like they're all very thin, very small, very scrawny, you know, kind of stuff like that. So when I saw your character being this kind of built-looking kind of character, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of makes sense. You look like a character that would be like that. I actually was expecting to be more like the art they've seen, whereas they're more like Twinks kind of characters. But you know, and your voice being very deep and very like salesman-y kind of style of things, it fits your style very much.
Yeah. And actually, I think when this model came about, when I first started, my voice was even higher. And since I got this, I'm like, okay, I need to drop it down just a smidge. And it actually helps out a lot better too.
You know, that makes sense. It makes sense. So having it deeper, and then of course when you get your mobs to boss design, you can also drop it even more, which hopefully makes your voice a little bit easier to work. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Well, the one thing I like the most about your design is actually your smile. As someone who loves characters who smiles, I really like your character because that part right there. I love how you have a very small mouth, but then it stretches really wide when you smile. Because that's a very demon look. You know, I don't think people realize this, but you need to have that small mouth to a giant smile to eccentric that smile. So I love that style. It's really cool.
Yeah. And in fact, like when I was working with my model artists, like even in the resting face, I have like a little curled smile at rest.
The little smile.
And that was, yeah, just a little smile. And that's like working with the artist, basically like, hey, like, no, my dude is like a trickster, a goofball, always smiling. So I kind of wanted to have that be kind of the default.
Makes sense.
So that's kind of like, and so the big smile is just,
And of course, slanted eyes. That little slanted eyes that you get. That's just stereotypical trickster characters. If you watch anime or anything like that, characters who have the eyes like kind of slanted, kind of like that, it means that they have something up their sleeves. Something's going on. Like well, they're not really showing you their complete facade. So it's actually really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, any other emotes or expressions you like to show off?
Let's see. I got
the blush. You gotta have the
blush. The angry.
Your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Especially since this is technically a newer version of the model. I don't have a lot of the extra stuff I have on my typical model.
Still looks sick. I like it a lot. So definitely. Can't wait to see you add more to it. More ideas. Let's see you can do it. This is the thing about being a VTuber is that start small, start simple, but as time goes on, you invest in that character and you add more things to it. A lot of times, if you work with the same rigor artist, they usually can allow you to add more things to it, so you can add on to it as time goes on. So definitely.
Right.
Hi, Noodle. It's great to see you. This is my spin bot. He will always make sure the spins be created. So that's really cool. What's your favorite part about your own design, by the way?
So my favorite part, it's So it's not in this version of my model, but it's actually in the Demon King one, and it's kind of like very pronounced, very recognizable. There's actually in my other designs a couple stripes along my tie that a lot of people actually recognize and kind of stands out too. But in this model particularly, I do love the pinstripes. That like the little flecks of gold help break up that, again, break up the red, make it a little bit more stand out, and not a lot of like. There's a lot of VTubers in suits, but not. I don't think that I can't think of another one in a pinstripe suit.
True. Not many of them. Not many. But it does stand you out quite a bit. Not like cool. Well, we have 2 spins for you, so let's get some spins going for you.
All right.
Love the spins. We have one from the Suns and one from the Noodle. So we'll definitely go enjoy it. Okay, this might be a fun one. Let's see. So, you know Pokemon, right?
Yes.
So if you were a Pokemon type, what type would you be?
Well, I think the obvious one would be fire.
Fire would be one. Maybe like dark.
I'm probably a dark type.
Yeah, fire, dark.
I'd say my normal demon probably fire. Then the Demon King would be fire, dark.
I like it. Actually, I can see fire, dark. That'd be cool. I can see little stages of your model go up higher. Like the small little twinkler version, then you become this one right here, and you become the final evolutions, your demon one. I think that's very cool. Okay, I like it. Very cool. Let's do the next spin. This is Noodle's spin. The Noodle spin is always the best spin. We always love Noodle. We also love your spins too, Sons. We love it. But Noodle's been our Noodle bot, our spin bot. Okay, so do you have a dumb joke you like, or maybe a dad joke that you just always love to think about?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
You're my tricks to demon. Come on, man. You got this. You got a joke.
That's the thing. I am so situated. Like, I will, like, anytime I go grocery shopping with my wife, I will find, like, stupid things in the store. Like something stupid, like, I'm trying to think some of the things.
Ooh, it's hard to think about this on the spot.
I'm blanking on this one.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Let me give you one of my favorites. And maybe that will spur you a good, like, dad joke that you like, okay? So, have you heard what happened to the circus fire?
No.
It was intense.
Okay, that's a good one.
See, I love that one. It's my favorite one. I say it all the time. Always puts a smile to my face. I love it. Well, have you thought of one?
I guess the one that just jumped in my head. So I have 2 golden retrievers, but I'm thinking about getting them back because to this day they have yet to retrieve gold.
That's a good one. That's good. 2 golden retrievers yet to receive gold, but they're best boys. The best boys. So
oh yeah.
Well, next question for you, and let's get into the VTube community as a whole. What's your thoughts on the VTube community?
The VTube community, it's such a weird and interesting place because by that I mean because you have a mesh of like people who do this as a hobby like myself, and then you have people who do this professionally, and it's like one of the only kind of activities that those 2 worlds collide. Because like I mean like if you do like any type of sports, they're always separated. You don't get that.
You don't get professionals versus indie. You know, you don't get those kinds of stuff. But in our space, there's intertwined with each other.
Yes. So, like, I know a lot, like, I've interacted personally with a bunch of VTubers who do this for a living. And it's always interesting because, like, I think that, like, doing this as a hobby, I'm a little bit more carefree because I know, like, I don't really worry about, like, oh, this might hurt my brain. I might lose followers because, like, I don't care. I'm just doing this for fun. So like, but then that might I have to think a little bit consciously. That might reflect if I'm very close to someone who does it professionally, that might impact them negatively. Because they know me, they're associated with me, they're a friend. So there is that weird like play on how you approach the VTubing space.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Like I feel like so when it comes to that kind of stuff is because if you think about it, the main difference between the two is that when you are watching sports and you watch like college football and versus like professional football, they both will have their own pros and cons to them, but they never interfere with each other. You never will see professionals go off against college, kind of situation. But here in the VTuber space, because it's so intertwined with it, it's nice to see when they cross over. Because there has been some times where a professional big VTuber will like start to like acknowledge smaller content creators, and they actually blow up because of that too. And it's usually very cool to see that kind of stuff, and that's why a lot of people like to do that, like appreciate models like trend, when like someone who's a lot bigger goes and asks out all these other content creators for that. But the main problem with it is the fact that as a content creator, as a hobby or as a professional, your entire goal is to retain attention. You are taking people's attention away from what they're doing and have them watch you, or like at least pay attention to you. That's the whole point of it.
Right.
So what's really bad about being in the space with other professionals is that as us hobby, who we do this for a hobby, yeah, it doesn't really bother us too much whenever we lose followers or anything like that, but we are still taking away the attention from all these other people. And that's kind of what our entire shtick is that. Content creation is to take people's attention away. So when there's professionals who rely on that kind of information and rely on people's attentions to make income, see other content creators who are not as focused, take some potential content from them, they usually starts to develop some kind of toxicity to it. You know, and that's kind of what's going on in the VTuber space, because there's a lot of toxicity that goes into it, because there is this influx of world, you know, where there's a lot of people who are like, no, you should be following me because I put this as like my job, while other content creators who do this as a hobby are pretty successful because they just are freaking amazing people. There's so many amazing content creators out there, and they all do a really great job, but we just do it as for fun, and we don't really make any money off of it, but that still takes away from the people who do actually make money off of it. So it's really interesting. Like, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just something that you kind of have to keep in mind about, because we are taking, like, that's why like streaming services are so freaking massive right now, because their entire like model is to take your time and to show you something so that you keep watching what they're producing. But like TikTok streaming goes involved with those things, so they are losing money whenever someone's watching something else. So that's the same thing we have to think about as a content creation, is that if you're not doing this for a living, then you are taking away from the people who are. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. Do whatever you want, and most content creators understand that it's not really a bad thing if they do it, because obviously they have their own audience. Not every audience wants to watch the same thing, you know? Like, who knows? I love Hazbin Hotel, and I love this character right here, Dandy, who likes to also talk about Hazbin Hotel. But not everyone's like that. Some people might not like that kind of stuff. My people like some other things. But there's content creators that are more towards those audience. There's a huge world of people who has likes and dislikes. So just because you are not like going to be taking information from those people, then you don't have to worry about that at all. Cool. Well, the lovely demon, I think you have some dogs you have to take care of really quickly. Do you want to rush them down?
Yeah.
Go take care of him, make sure he's all good and said.
Perfect. Yep, yeah, I'll be right back.
Sounds cool. Make sure those dogs are in line. You know, they can't interrupt these streams anymore.
All right, gonna go straight down.
Quite cool. Because obviously, you know, he has to go to hell to talk to those dogs like that. But like I was saying before, like when it comes to the VTuber community, you kind of have to worry about that kind of stuff. You know, you are taking away people's like attention away from them, come to you. But again, even though that sounds like a really bad thing and it might cause a lot of drama in the VTuber studios and industry, you don't have to worry about it as much. Mostly because the fact that there's different audience who likes different things, you know? Like right now, I'm taking away some people's attentions away from someone else. Now, the cool thing about VTubing and like content creation and streaming in general is that you can be doing other things while listening to this kind of stuff. So like, I know that some people usually like to lurk, and I think that's really cool. But that's where the whole like controversial take that Twitch has been doing lately, where they are like punishing lurkers. They're punishing people who are not actually watching the content, because Twitch, just like every other streaming platform out in the world, wants to take up as much of your time. And the only way they can really do that is to make sure that you are focusing on the content you're releasing, which then allows them to make revenue to keep you on the same page, but also to release ads where they also get paid for doing, so to make sure that you actually look at it, because they want the ad revenue to keep on flowing. So usually they do still want to keep your attention when it comes to those kind of situations. But I was just the negative, like toxic part of like VTuber community. There's nothing actually wrong with it though, because most people who make a living off of content creation usually doesn't have to worry about the hobby people making content. I think where the issue really comes in is when the hobby streamers and content creators like to compare themselves to the ones who are making the actual like professionalism on it. Like, I will admit that I'm kind of same way, where like if I go in and like look at myself and compare myself to other people like that, usually gets really like kind of disgusting in a way, where like I think to myself like, oh man, like I'm not as big as like these other content creators, I must be doing something wrong. But I need to realize that that's not what it usually means. These people actually themselves purposely are putting all their eggs in this basket, and they make revenue off of it. I have a job that I do outside of this, where I put most of my time into to make an income. This is just for fun. So for me to compare myself to those people who are very professionalism, it's a little bit different, and I really shouldn't be doing that. But as a person who wants to improve, as a content creator who wants to keep them growing, it does come natural that you are like that. You are more likely to compare yourself with those and feel worse about it, because you're not putting as much effort or work into this. But you also have to kind of step back and say like, well, you're not able to do that because of these reasons. So that's the whole thing about the whole VTuber community, is that there's some toxicity about it, because there's this like influx of different kinds of set of people all interacting with each other during like this big community, which might inflict on the fact that we are taking people's attention away. Content creation itself is all about taking attention away from other people. So with that said, obviously there's going to be some toxicity on like who should get the attention over others, but I think the community is not that bad. They usually just have like other toxic problems that are very like high school level kind of issues, like wringing the dirty laundry out in public kind of style things that really shouldn't be that much of an issue, but it still happens. So I love the VTuber community, but there's definitely some pros and cons with it, and I think it comes down to the fact that the VTuber community as a whole all comes to the single point of releasing content and taking people's attention away from other content creators. That's kind of what it is. We are in competition with other people taking up their time. And whenever you do that, even though we're very welcoming and very want people to come together and support others, we are still in a competed space of taking people's times away. So that is just something you just gotta keep in mind, though. But yeah, I just like to rant about those kind of things. I have fun talking about those kind of stuff personally, but it is. Did you get those demon dogs out of the way? Is all said and good?
Yeah.
Go, awesome. We gotta make sure those demon dogs get out of the way. Like they're just roughing up your business.
Yeah. They gotta do their thing every once in a while.
You gotta make sure it's good. But yeah, did you want to talk about anything else about the VTuber community before we move on?
Yeah. So I guess the one thing, like when it comes to like the whole like professionals versus hobbyists, I have to say it's also I was kind of like listening a little bit as I was coming in. I could hear you talking about like like comparing yourself, like hobbyists comparing yourselves to professionals. I had that issue starting out because one of my friends that we met at the very beginning, both of us started VTubing. She blew up, and my brain's like, oh, I need to do the same. I need to catch up to her. Otherwise, in my head, I was like, oh, otherwise we're not going to be friends anymore. I'm just going to get left behind. And that just made, and that point made, for a couple months, made VTubing absolutely miserable. But then when I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There ain't no fucking way I'm catching up to the hack. A lot more calm, cool, collected.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people will blow up like crazy overnight in those kinds of situations. Some people will just stay the way they are. It's more about consistency and perseverance. You know, you be consistent with your content, consistent with your work, and you need to be stubborn. Keep doing this process and keep at it to make sure that you want to keep on doing what you're doing. A lot of the
Sorry, and consistency is very big because, like, I had to take a break because I moved last year, and I noticed there was a big dip in my stuff, my numbers. It's been a bit of a work to get back up to those numbers again.
Which makes sense. That's kind of like the unfortunately thing about when it comes to being a content creator is that if you're not consistent and you do take a break from those kind of things, unfortunately, that will affect you. There's nothing you can do about it. Like you can have the most loyal people come watch you, but if you spend too long of time, they will have to find a way to eat up that time that they used to have on you. They'll find someone else, and of course they're going to be consistent. They're going to keep on releasing it. So even if you come back, they still now have another person to do it. That's the problem about, like, not a problem, but that's just the thing you have to keep in mind about as a content creator, is that if you don't release content, people will stop watching.
Yes.
But again, there's nothing wrong with it. Continue doing what you're doing. Have fun with it. I think that the reason why is just that, like, if you make a living off of this, you will have to be a lot more, like, serious on those kind of things. We don't have to. We are just doing this for fun and have a great time with it. But the main thing is you just can't compare yourself to each other. It's really hard. And that's the issue I've been having, and you obviously have had that issue too. But we do need to kind of, like, not do that, because that's what is going to make us very depressed. So see, even us demons can get depressed on these kind of things as well. That's how that is. Cool. Next question I have for you will be, what is some VTubers you like to collab or work with, big or small?
I see this like on like on Twitter, Blue Sky all the time. Like, oh, who'd you want to do it? I have collabed with a lot of people. Like a lot of people that I want to do, like big, small, all over the place. And like I've kind of started running out of like, oh, I want to collab with this, because usually when I want to collab with the person, I've known them well enough that like, oh, like this would be cool to do. Like for instance, one of the bigger people I know, Vexori the Sun Eater, couple, like, what was it, last year, the year before, like she came on to my stream because we're like, oh, like I like with the Hellfire chat, like you do sex work, so that that'd be something to talk about. Like that'd just be an interesting topic conversation. And then I was like, hey, do you want to do this? She's like, yes. So I'm trying to think, out of like VTubers that I'd like to collab with, obviously I think it'd be cool to have you or your Trickster Demon come on, maybe doing a Hellfire chat for demons, because that's surprisingly something a topic I haven't covered yet.
I'd be down for that. Oh, I feel like he would be down for that. But yeah, no, that'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun
for that.
But no, it'd be a really cool idea. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the only other person, like, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to do, like, of course, Iron Mouse, because the Queen Demon, of course.
Queen Demon, obviously. You gotta have her on.
Queen of Hell, yeah. And I think the other person, Matara, because she likes wine.
You know what? Makes sense.
I could just sit and both of us enjoy a glass of wine. Bullshit.
Nice. That sounds like a good time. Well, I love these ideas. I like these kind of things you want. You don't want to just hang out or just chill, relax with the person. You actually want to come up with ideas to do stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, like I think that's the thing about collabs. Like you don't want to just collab with the person for the sake of collabing. Yes, it might boost your numbers, but you need to have like some semblance of like, oh, this would be cool. I think based on like at least the content I've seen them do, this idea would like mesh really well. That's kind of like the way of coming up with ideas for collabs. You need to have, if you go reach out to someone, you probably should have an idea ahead of time that you think that would appeal to them.
Yep, exactly. Like what I've been seeing on Twitter a lot is that there's a lot of bigger content creators who get asked to do collabs with them, which is nothing wrong with doing that. But a lot of the issues they have is that they don't really say what they want to do. They just want to collab, and they're like, okay, well, what do you want to do? You still have to like do it, especially because again, like us, we are hobbyists. We just like to do this as a hobby. They are doing this for like professionalism. They are getting paid for it. So if you're going to take away their time, you need to make it worth it. So if you're not really doing anything, then they might as well just do what they're streaming, because that way they can get income.
Yeah, and I think a collab idea I've been toying around with, like I said before, I love the Soul series and all that, and that has it intimidates a lot of people because it has that high difficulty thought process.
True.
Now there are mods that they've added that you can do like co-op play with a lot of these games, so it'd be a cool idea to get VTubers in that would be like, yeah, I'd like to try it out, but I'm afraid of the difficulty. I've played these games front to back as crazy different ways that you possibly can, so I could definitely help.
Yeah,
so it'd be a cool idea to like introduce something I love to somebody who might be interested, but be kind of like not too keen on it.
That'd be cool to see. I love to see it. That. Maybe you should try and find someone who's like super innocent and small and like an adorable kind of character play Dark Souls with you. That'd be just a funny kind of like change, you know?
So we're actually doing my one friend, she never played the Dark Souls game, and I got myself and a couple other people who played it front and back like crazy. We're helping her through it for her first time. And being the gremlin that she is, she's making our lives absolute hell.
Sounds typical. It sounds very gremlin typical. Yeah. That's so cool. All right, well, I like it. Well, that would be cool to see. I definitely would love to see more of these collabs. Definitely will. I'll reach out to my people and see if they're interested, and they'll get all that taken care of. But also, it's cool to see that you've worked with a lot of awesome people. And I do like your idea that make sure you have like ideas when you do these collabs. You know, like these kind of content creators are amazing. So it's cool to see you interact with them. It's really nice, really fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Now, what's the behind the scenes part of VTubing that most people don't realize?
That's the behind the scenes is there takes a lot of preparation to do. Well, like I said, back to collabs. Literally, like the Hellfire chats I did, I only did once a month because I knew doing this as a hobby, I would not have time to plan multiple ones in a month. And like, just coordinating dates with people takes a lot of effort. Coming up with ideas takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of background stuff you do just even for like a little TikTok short or that needs to go into it. So like if you see people who are doing collabs, it's not like a just spur of the moment. They plan this way in advance.
Very ahead. Literally for my shows, I do at least a month in advance.
Yeah.
To plan for these kind of things before we go anything settled in stone. Because people have lives after this. People have lives around this kind of thing. So you need to plan around their time to make sure that they're able to take care of this kind of stuff. And things could happen as time goes on where you're like, oh, shoot, I need to change this, you know?
Yeah. And people live in different time zones. So you got to work.
Oh, yeah. That's always the fun part. Excuse me. But when it comes to those kind of things, you just have to kind of keep in mind about. So yeah, especially the behind the scenes of VTubing is more just about the interacting with other content creators and trying to set up things with them. And the scheduling part is the hardest part because time zones. Like I have a lot of friends who live in like Australia who like their time zone is like 11 hours ahead of me. So we either have to do the super late at night or super early in the morning, and it's either whichever one we have to do it. So those things you have to worry about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. It's a good thing to think about. I think Sons has a spin the wheel, so let's get another spin the wheel
right.
going for you. Sons, let's see what you have to ask our demon damper friend. Danny Damper Demon. That's it. A dandy damper. Fade damper. Dapper.
No, damper.
Damper. No, yeah. Dapper. Dandy
Okay,
Dapper
well, this one's
Demon.
easy.
What's your favorite video game franchise?
So that would be the Soul series. The
Makes sense.
Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and the reason behind let's see, it was about 2017 when I first started playing the games, and it's honestly my favorite type of storytelling where it doesn't like shove the story down your throat.
True.
And just very unique, like the original Dark Souls. There like very few NPCs that you deal with, but like weirdly you get attached to them, and like obviously most of the cases they end in tragedy, so it hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt.
I was playing the game the one time, and in the series of 1 hour, both two of my favorite NPCs met tragic ends, and I was devastated.
Oh no, that's so sad.
But it like, and also that sense of like accomplishment, especially when you're beating a very difficult boss.
Makes
that
sense.
sense of satisfaction, accomplishment that it just a lot of games nowadays don't really do for me.
True.
I honestly, like most of them, like I'll still play like the Pokemon games just because nostalgia, love it.
Can't go wrong with Pokemon.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Now, as a Dark Souls fan like yourself, I always like to ask this question to a lot of Dark Souls fans. Have you played other like Soul-like games that you find really enjoyable that might not be a stereotypical Dark Souls franchise, but still equally good?
I'd say like the Hollow Knight series definitely. Like I love Silk Song.
Ooh,
because it had that similar, like super difficult, very good storytelling without like having a lot. Like the world is the storyteller.
Oh yeah, the environmental storytelling is really
Yes, and also Liza P.
That's a good one.
Also, like the DLC, the Overture might be one of my favorites. Like period, it might edge out some of the Soul series DLCs.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
And like as like a dressed up Pinocchio kind of like style, that does fit with your theme quite a bit too.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's such a unique style, and I've played a lot of different Souls like that didn't resonate with me too.
Makes sense.
Like they just kind of lean more toward the let's be difficult for difficulty's sake.
Yeah,
and that kind of like, that's an aspect of a lot of these Souls games, but it's more of the story, like the environmental storytelling is what draws me in more.
Exactly. It's but we don't like it because it's hard. We like it because this like story behind everything that's not being shoved in your face. There's some things that are going on. It's really cool to learn about. But have you ever played Night Rain? Because you didn't mention about like doing Dark Souls as a multiplayer.
Oh yeah, Night Rain. I played the crap out of.
I bet.
I was skeptical at first when I bought it. I was like, okay, it's a cheaper game. I think they only charge what, $30, $40?
I think it's like $40. I think.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, if I like it, go for it. And I put a lot of hours into the game. It was surprised, despite being essentially reused assets, it had such a fresh take on the gameplay that I very much enjoyed. Especially like the bosses. Like, oh yeah, I played that's the thing. Each iteration, like I've played the Souls games all the time, and each new iteration kicks my ass.
True.
Like, I got this. No, I don't.
Well, so last thing I want to talk to you about when it comes to video game franchise, because I can talk to you about video games all day long. It's my jam. But when it comes to this specifically, there's the sequel to like Bloodborne. That is an unofficial sequel, but it's technically a sequel.
Dusk Blood.
Yeah, Dusk Blood. That's coming out only on the Switch. Will you be playing it?
I need to get a Switch too.
Exactly. That's
I'm
gonna be really
this is
good.
the only reason, but like it's shit. The systems are getting so expensive now.
Thing just like again, don't want to get into the gaming side of things because this thing is like a Pandora's box for me. Because I can talk forever about that kind of stuff. But I will say that with the gaming industry being the way it is, I'm so like sick of like how it's going right now because it used to be that video gaming was a niche community kind of thing. You were kind of a niche to go into this kind of stuff, and it got super big because it became so accessible. People all over the world can play something they want to play. It was easy for them to get their hands on. But now it kind of seems like it's becoming more of a luxury. Like if you want to play any just typical game, you have to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to play these games, which is not fair because gaming has always been a niche to a community where anyone could play it, anyone could get into it. But now it became so mainstream that it became everyone could be able to play it, but now only the select few are supposed to be able to play it. I don't like that. It's not. It should. Gaming shouldn't be. Sorry. Gaming shouldn't be like gatekeeped for money. You should be able to play it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's also like I won't get into too much of the whole AI thing is definitely hurting the hardware. Like for this model, like I'm running on a webcam. I'm like for like a couple settings, I'm like to make it works, but to make it better, I probably should upgrade my graphics card. And I am holding off because I'm like, I need to get it. Yeah. But I am dreading to try to find a file.
You know what I've heard people are doing that might help you out is I'm hearing that people, what they do to get around the whole thing is that it's definitely a new graphics card. They look at what graphics card they have, and then they go on like small garage sale websites where people are selling the old PCs and finding the PCs that are just a step up of their graphics card and buying the PC from them and then taking it apart and putting it into their PC.
That might be a good idea because I'm like, I probably should look at RAM too.
which you might be interested in. You just have to make sure you talk to them about that because you need to see what actually is compatible to your PC and be able to take it sometimes. I learned the hard way that not all pieces that you buy online fits with your motherboard. I bought so many things and then I found out they do not complement that at all.
Yeah, I have he's now my brother-in-law. He built for a wedding gift. He built me a PC, and since then, like I upgraded since then. But I probably should go back. I'm like, hey, you gotta help me out.
Yeah, you know what? That's what you do. I have a friend who also makes PCs too. So if I ever have any PC questions, I always can reach out.
Yeah,
makes sense. I love it. Well, hey, keep up the good work you do. Keep up all the demon antics. Maybe play the Demon Souls, but I know that one's also a really fun one. I feel like it fits up your alley.
PS5 for that.
There you go. Let's go.
And Bloodborne.
And Bloodborne. Yeah, true. Obviously. I would be interested in seeing you do like a tier list of like non-Dark Souls games. You know, so it'd be kind of cool to see you do a video. Either find another friend who loves Dark Souls, and like find all the Souls-like games that are out, and have a tier list of like just as good or not better than Dark Souls, all the way down to either not played or like this should not even be called a Dark Souls game. Like
yeah.
Do a tier list. That'd be kind of fun idea for you. Is that someone who loves Dark Souls so much and like the Souls franchise? Be really cool to see. Oh, one second. Hello, readers. Hello. Hi, Calamari. Hello, it's great to see you. Hello. We don't bite. I know. She's a vampire squid, so you might have to watch out for this one. Hello, Raiders. This is a fun little VTuber talk show we like to host each and every week where we get to know a brand new VTuber. This week we have a very dapper, very dandy demon over here. How about you introduce yourself to all the lovely Raiders?
All right, then. Hello there, you lovely sinners. My name's Dandy Demon. I'm the gatekeeper of hell, and the lovely face you'll see when you eventually game over.
No, I see his face all the time when I play Hades, so I definitely got to know him very well. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you. If you guys have the raid and run, I totally understand it. Go get some drinks, go get some snacks, get some rest. But if you guys do decide to stick around, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Calamari. It's great to see you. How have you been? What do you guys do? What do you guys play? Get you down for... What do you mean? shout out to the designs. Man, I miss it. You miss it. Trying to shout you out right now. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There's my shout out for you. A freaking amazing content creator. Her model is so beautiful. If you haven't checked her out yet, definitely check out her model. It is so nice. A lovely person. Super hilarious too. I hope you've been well. I've been good. I've been participating in an Among Us collab for charity. For charity, that's awesome. Ooh. I hope you guys get all things. Man, if I knew that, I would have jumped in and show my support. So cool. That's so cool. Calamari is an amazing content creator. I love her so much. She's so cool. So cool. Definitely check her out. Did you use your new model, your clown model, your imp model, or did you use your squid model? She has 2 models and they both look really cool. I always love that. But yeah, that's so awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Calamari. It's always great to see you, as always. We need to do another collab. So I'll definitely hit you up when we have more ideas to do some other stuff together. But good job on contributing to charity collabs. I love those. Those are always really cool. I use the usual squid one. Just you wait till my real brand. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Ooh, whenever. That'd be cool to see. Definitely let me know when you do your rebrand. I want to see that debut. Please. Very cool. A little bit of a distracted. I do apologize. But what were we talking about before? We were talking about
we're talking about the Soul series.
Soul series.
Video games.
Yeah, and then your tier list. An idea to do is do a tier list of non-Dark Soul games being as good as Dark Soul games. I think that'd be cool for you to do.
That would be cool.
I like that. All right. Next question for you is that let's talk about your career. Kind of cool stuff that goes on. Where do you like to see your content creation journey go in the future?
I think I'd like to I think a lot of hobbyist VTubers, they stick mainly to Twitch. However, I think I'd like to expand into more short-term videos, more maybe do some YouTubes, because while it takes a lot more in the back end, I don't have to sit at my computer for 3 hours at a time to get something done, to do entertainment. And plus, it'll also help reach out a new audience, which I think a lot of VTubers starting out don't think of. They just think, oh, just go on Twitch, hit the stream button, go for 4 hours at a time, and that's how I'll build up my audience. Where I think I'd like to do more work, also playing around the idea short-term content, a kind of like interview, kind of like this, but a little bit more rapid fire. Basically take someone, have someone come on, talk about their favorite topics, but have the questions become more and more crazy, unhinged, goofy, and we call it What the Hell.
What the hell?
What the hell?
That's a good one. Okay. What the hell? That's a good one. That's a clever name too. It's a clever name. And I love that you have all these ideas that's coming up for more talk shows. I like that. That's actually a really cool idea. It's kind of funny because talking to you about being a hobbyist, you have more ideas for content that some people who come my show who are professional do this as lifetime, and they just do the exact same thing they do. So I think it's really cool that you come up with all these cool ideas.
Thank you.
Of course. Keep up. All right, you ready for the last question of the night?
All right.
Well, last question of the night for you guys. This is my favorite question to ask. I've asked this question to every single one of my guests, including Iron Mouse herself. I even asked this question to her. She's never been on my show, but I did do a panel. That's crazy, right? I actually did. But no, I did a meet and greet with her, and I asked her this question. So in a way, she did come on my show, at least for once. In a way.
All right.
The question is, do you have any advice you'd like to share to inspiring VTubers or fans watching today?
Sure. I have a couple of things. So first off, when you are looking to become a VTuber and coming up with your design model, I'd say first look around at what is currently in the VTuber space, because one thing I think people jump into an idea with a model, and then people. I know the people oh, don't compare the designs. People will. They will. So either you have the thick skin and ignore that, or you gotta see okay, my idea looks too much like this, so I need to pivot, redesign a little bit, experiment. And in that same vein, do not unless you have the extra income, I would not say jump into a model right away. Start with a PNG, or I went from a PNG, I went to a GIF Vtuber where the mouth just moved on its own, and people just looked like I was talking, like it was synced up. It was not. Then I went up to a V-Roid model, and then finally this model. So mine was a lot more slow. I recommend that. That way you can get a feel without feeling financially burdened. If you don't like it, if you have a PNG, you're out a couple, like maybe $100 tops if you get a really nice one. Versus a model, which you're out thousands of dollars.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's a really good advice.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then the other bit to be successful is you gotta. They call it networking, but just talk to people, and not just go for the top tier. Like, don't try to reach out to Iron Mouse. Don't bother with that. Especially, you got to interact. People say numbers don't matter. They do, because if you don't have numbers, people with bigger numbers, you're guarded because you have to protect your brand. That's understandable. I don't know you from a hole in the wall, so I will not likely interact with you. So you interact with people at the same, it's either they have same values, same ideas, same starting position, and then just go for the, and when you're talking to people, don't think about collabs. Just meet people, interact with people, befriend people. A funny story. I went to TwitchCon a couple years ago, and I know a lot of people who are partnered VTubers.
Nice.
And the one person who wasn't, I interact with them every once in a while. They said something about, oh, I'd like to be partnered one day. And I was like, oh yeah, me too. They're like, wait, I thought you were partnered. I'm like, no, what gave you that impression? They look down my name tag, they see affiliate. They're like, but you interact with all these partners all the time. You talk to them so casually. I'm like, yeah, they're just people.
They're just cool people. There's nothing wrong with that.
That purple check mark does not make them royalty.
That's
everyone
true.
is, and if they do act like that, then you don't want to interact with them. Period.
Yeah, exactly. Most of these big hot shot content creators that you think are so above you are really just normal people that just happens to be very entertaining. There's no difference between you and them, really.
Yep. They're big as nerds and dorks as you.
Exactly. We're just nerdy. We're just nerdy people.
Yeah.
It's crazy like that. But it's still cool to think about that. I love the humbleness. But yeah, really good advice. Very good advice. I love the advice of starting off basic level. Just have an idea, get into it, start, and then as you find yourself liking it more and more, you actually start putting investment into it and move up the kind of different kinds of size of things. Instead of putting thousands upon thousands of dollars when you first start out, not knowing if you're gonna like it or not, but you start off by $10 to $50 to $100, and then you go move away. Another thing that I actually thought about as well is that when you do it your way and do it the slow process kind of way, that also helps you with your brand as well, because you kind of develop what you want as your brand to be. Because in the middle of it, you might want to change it. You might want to do something completely different. You might be a demon character in the middle, but then you want to switch off to a cat VTuber or something like that. Something that's very stereotypical. But you already put a whole bunch of money into this demon kind of thing that you might want to feel I don't want to lose all the investment I already put into it, But if you start off the slow way you did before, you actually are less you're more likely to be able to do that pivot than the person who's puts thousands upon thousands on this cat VTuber and now realizing that I don't really want to be a cat VTuber,
Yes.
So very smart, very smart. You know what? You should listen to this demon. This business demon over here, this mafia demon. He has some good things to say. Maybe we should deal with him,
Yep. Yeah, just sign the paperwork. Don't look at it too much. Don't read the fine print. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I've been around the block for a bit. I've known a lot of VTubers. I've seen what works. Both design-wise and content.
That's very true.
And most of them, they do this full time, and I don't know. Maybe I'd be successful if I did try this full time. I don't want to try it. That's way too stressful for me.
Yeah. Like, again, you are like taking up all your time to be entertaining to these people, and you have to like put a lot of your eggs in this basket to compete up against other people who's doing that.
Yeah.
So if it falls, you have nothing to hold you back on because you put all your eggs in this one basket. These people like me and you who are using this as a hobby, we can actually be okay with like not success because this is not something that we have to worry about. We fall back on our actual job. But these people who are like partners who are take this very seriously, they have this as their paid job, they have to be successful. If they don't, they have nothing to fall back on, you know?
Yeah. But and I guess in the same people who do this full time, they, like I said, they are human too, and just don't be intimidated by numbers. Please.
Don't want to. Like, you can be a little starstruck on some of the people, but you just have to treat them as regular people. Like, I did a meet and greet, and during the meet and greet, I met Alejandro, the voice of Sayu.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I met him, and freaking charming mother ever. So cool, so awesome of a person. And he I would consider as like one of the higher like content creators, but he started out as a voice actor, and he's been doing voice acting for so long. So he's built himself up into kind of stuff. But if you just talk to him like a regular dude, super chill, super cool.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, I talked to him in a sense where I paid him money to like have a conversation with. I don't know how he naturally is, but it's just like these people are just regular people. It's really cool people.
Yes.
Don't be praising them or hating them. Because that's the flip side of things too. That some people will see these higher people, content creators, and then instead of like praising them, they sometimes will vilifize them because of like certain kind of aspects onto them. But they're really just regular people. You shouldn't think less or more of them.
Yes, and you'll be surprised like how many like bigger VTubers will actually pay attention. They might not actively reach out, but like you might leave in it a mark, like a reminder of them or something about that. Because like one story back at that TwitchCon again, like I said, I knew Vexoria for a very long time. She introduced me also to a lot of these ones because she got bigger and they interact as well. And I'm there, and she's like, "Oh, here's." Like, she introduced me to Tricky, and I just like I wave. She sees my name tag, Danny Demon. She's like, "Oh my God, Danny!" I'm like, "How the fuck do you know me?"
How you know me? Oh, that's so cool. Tricky's amazing. I always wanted to interact with her just because we both have similar names.
That's also another thing. VTubers are very short.
She's very short. She's like a very small person.
Oh yeah,
that's funny. That's funny. That's so cool. That's so cool. But like again, this is one of those kind of things that you never notice. You know. I like that. I like that. Well, hey. That just shows that you need to be humble yourself. Humble yourself. You never know. Never know. You might actually have Senpai be watching you as well. Never know. Love it. Cool. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. That was a blast. It was great. Yes. It was a pleasure to have you. It was so much fun.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Of course. It was a great time. I love our conversations. I love how deep we got into it. It was all nice and good. And I just love all the antics. I can see that you were slowly passing papers in front of me, even though a soul's already taken. Very trickster. Very trickster. I would, but
out to get you out of those papers.
I can't, unfortunately. It's life like contract. You know, if I break that, I won't be very often here. He went through his work. You know, he went through his work. He made sure there was no loopholes. There was definitely no loopholes.
Right. Fair.
Yeah, one day you'll meet him, and it'd be really cool. It'd be cool. You guys will both have your special deals to each other. It'd be cool. Well, again, thank you so much for joining in. You guys are all freaking amazing as always. Where can people find you, by the way?
So you can find me pretty much everywhere under Dandy Demon VT.
Oh,
so that's cool. Twitch, that's Blue Sky, that's Twitter, that's TikTok. Maybe eventually YouTube. I gotta get that working.
You got this. You got this. This is another avenue to add into. Another avenue. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Well, we have one more spin. We have one more spin from Sun. So let's do one last spin, and then we'll raid this off to another group of awesome people. Cool. Let's see. What's our last question of the night? This might be cool for you, as you and your community. This would be kind of fun. Do you have any community nights with your fans? What do you like to do?
Let's see. I actually have not done a lot of community nights, and it's mainly because like especially like the past couple years have been just absolutely insane that I have not been able to settle down. It's something I want to do, and I did have one community night where we watched season 1 of Has Been Hotel.
Oh,
it was right before season 2, and so I'd like to get season 2 at some point. Maybe by the time season 3 comes out.
I'd be cool to see you do. I would like to see you do that. That'd be kind of cool. We do a community night of season 2 watch. So a lot of things happened in season 2. I don't know if you saw it, but I finally finished it not that long ago, and a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened.
I watched it 3 times.
You know what? Very good, very good. But I like that. I like that. Well, definitely go and reach out to your community because they are the best. They're the amazing, true MVPs. They're true MVPs. Now, last thing I like to do is I like to give the raid suggestion to my guest here. So anyone you'd like us to raid.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I mean, let's see. Who do I know that's online right now? Oh, actually, my friend, Barrel Flower. She's returning to streaming today. She is a mangaka VTuber, and it's also her birthday.
Oh, awesome! Let's go give him a raid. You can send me the link. Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Flower. I love to see that. I love to see that. Let's get the support. Obviously, happy birthdays to a lovely VTuber. Let's go check them out really quickly. Oh, she looks nice. She's a 3D VTuber doing some drawing. Oh, yeah. She's very nice. I like her eyes.
She's a very good artist. She actually made the model herself.
Ooh, very well designed. I like it. Very nice. Well, let's go give her a raid. Thank you guys all so much for joining in. You guys all freaking amazing as always. Thank you, Dandy, for coming on my show. It was a pleasure to have you, my friend. I'll pass these papers off to my demon friend. I'm pretty sure he will love to see these ones, right? He'll totally see.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm totally for sure. Don't leave Discord yet, okay?
Oh yeah, sure.
Awesome. You guys all take care. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.